Hello, welcome back. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the categories of human rights. The categories of human rights. Okay, so we're still pretty much talking about the human rights. Okay, so do not mix up the categories as well as the characteristics of human rights. These are pretty much different from each other. Okay, so in our previous video, we talked about the characteristics of the human rights. Okay, so in this video, we're talking about the categories now. Okay, so I am your teacher, Noria Solopi, and let me start off by saying there are three main categories of the human rights. Okay, there are three main categories of the human rights, although they are referred to by different names. All right, so in this video we're going to focus on the first generation human rights. Okay, so we have the first generation human rights, we have the second generation human rights, and we have the third generation human rights. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the third or the second generation human rights. We're going to focus on the first generation human rights. Okay, so stick with me. Okay, so the first generation human rights, which are also known as the civil and political rights, okay, they are also known as the liberty-oriented rights. They are all this. They are the same category of human rights, just that they have different names. Okay, so we are saying these are also known as civil and political rights. They emphasize on the freedom of the individual and normally requires the state from interfering in these freedoms of an individual. Okay, they are also referred to as liberty-oriented rights. Liberty-oriented rights, okay, or freedom-oriented rights is just the same. So these rights impose what is termed as a negative obligation on the state or on the government. Okay, they are mainly enjoyed on an individual basis. On an individual basis or an individual level by every person, and they are of immediate application. Okay, they are justifiable, which means it is possible to take legal remedy or legal action against whoever interferes with them. All right, so these are first generation human rights, or the civil and political human rights, are actually individual rights. These are individual rights, okay? Rights such as the right to freedom and press, the right to speech, the right to choose whichever political group that one wants to belong to, and the right to go to or to choose any religious group of your choice. Okay, so such rights, those are individual kind of rights, okay, which are known as the first generation rights. Okay, so should anyone interfere with those rights, an individual has the right to pursue a legal action. Okay, so you can actually be sued for interfering with these kinds of rights because each and every individual owns these rights. Okay, so you have the right to go to whichever church you want to. You have the right to affiliate yourself with whichever political group that you want. Okay, so yes, those are the political and civil rights, or the liberty-oriented rights. No wonder they are referred to as the liberty-oriented rights. They are freedom-oriented rights. You are free to enjoy these kinds of rights. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. I hope these few notes are helpful. All right, thank you so much.